And same question to you.
I think I answered that question in the first.
Exactly, been a fan for...
I've been a fan since I was 12, 13 years old, and continue to be even more so now with Brandon.
What got you into it when you were that young?
Well, I knew Bobo Brazil.
You knew it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, wow.
He was the uncle to the girl that lived 2 doors down from us.
Oh, okay.
And he one day just said, why don't you go downtown one time and see a match? And I said, okay. And I got my little 12, 13-year-old self on a bus in downtown Detroit, went down to Cobo Hall and saw my match.
And you were hooked from...
And I was hooked from them.
That first show, that's cool.
I still have my ticket stub.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's in the book.
1987, yeah.
I've looked through that book a lot since I met Brandon, because Brandon has it at his house,
Yes,
so whenever I would go over there.
He was the only one that would have gotten this book. I carried this with me until I knew he'd appreciate it, and then that's when
he would take care of it.
It was kind of the torch as we passed down to the son.
Now, you were a longtime fan when Brandon first got in the ring, or anytime maybe he gets in the ring, even later over the weekend when you saw him. What goes through your mind when he gets in the ring?
Pride.
You're happy.
Total pride. Total happiness, total pride. Wish I was there. I really wish I was, say, 30 years younger and I could be in that ring and be with him and be like the mom and son tag team. And, I really do. I mean, I got the biggest kick the other night. I was part of, just a little bit of part of it. And that just, see, I'm going to tear up now. That just made my whole month, my whole year to be a part of what he does.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good answer.
And now I'm going to just...
Okay.
And my face is probably all red now.
But it's a good cry. It's a happy.
But yeah, and that's the way I honestly feel when I see him up there, or when something's on Facebook. When you're on Facebook, I said, look at those people. Look at the respect they have for my son.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they just have this, and then I come up here and they have respect for me. I can't thank everyone enough and thank him enough for what he's become.
He raised us right.
Yeah.
You raised him right, he raised us right. He's passing this along.
So we're passing the torch in more ways than one.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit of that torch.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
So we get her a tissue. Do we have a napkin over here?
Oh, I'll start doing the ugly
There
bit
we
then.
go. And same question to you. Every time you see Chris get in the ring, usually he's beating on women. What is wrong with that CVO, that Chris Von Luhr?
Well, the first time I saw him, shocked. I've been shocked a lot. And it wasn't because of what he was doing, it was who he became. My little lamb, the little baby lamb, was this bad, mean, strong guy. And so that's what shocked me, is that I really saw for the first time his theatrics come out. And again, I was very excited and proud, and it's like, yeah!
Even if he's a bad guy, he's still got to cheer him on.
It's just, when the show's over, he has to forget that.
Right.
That person.
Don't walk around the house choke slamming anybody. You don't want to ruin this beautiful house. Chris, don't choke slam anybody in your house.
Most women do not wrestle.
Right. And Mama Titus, who are you texting?
Nobody.
Who was that? Mama T's got a date later on. Don't you worry about
Put
that.
that on the camera.
What about you?
Well, just like Jeannie, I pride, and excited for them, and a little bit of fear, that they're going to get hurt or whatever, but, just generally happy to be a part of it all.
Yeah.
I mean, when I look back to, year and a half ago, it's like I can't imagine my life without the ACW family. It's like, what did I do? Did I even do anything?
We're like an infection.
Yeah, it's like I couldn't imagine not having everybody in my life that I do have. So
you said you get a little tinge of fear. I have to ask. I haven't seen Andrew since the show over the weekend. Has he?
Yeah, he's still in some pain.
Yeah.
In his jaw.
He and you'll see the footage as soon as we get that all prettied up. But he took a nice super kick to his face.
Yeah.
And I saw it on video. And it made me cringe. So tough guy though. Tough guy. He's been wrestling with a cut tendon severed tendon for. It's been like 3 months now, is it like that?
Since June.
Since June. So yeah, a couple months now. Hasn't even missed a beat. So.
Quit whining about that little cut. Brandon said.
Yeah.
This seems really tiny now.
He's got
really
a propped up hand. He's got the little.
Yeah.
He's got a little device. Actually, I think he's off that now.
He's off that. He just says cast.
Tough little guy. Wow. Tough bastard. I love me some superstar. And what about you, Mama Hill?
The same. A lot of fear. A lot of pride. very proud of Tyler for stepping up and doing something, in my eyes, scary. You know, to take beatings and give beatings and be on stage in front of crowds and cameras, and I'm just really proud of him, and just don't get hurt.
Yeah, he does take a beating. It seems like he really gets a beating.
Does it bother you when I slap him?
No.
Because we have this relationship. I slap, he bites.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not. No, yeah. This is also when your kids are around too.
Can I just chime in and mention one thing? The only time that I'm fearful when Christopher's in the ring is when he's wrestling your son.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, I feel bad because I didn't
That's
say
the only
fear.
time I have fear.
I have no fear, and I don't know why that is, but I'm not afraid because he just seems so good at it, and he seems so relaxed and sure of himself, and so
Well, it's because he comes in and he makes it so real that it looks like it's going to be painful.
I'm like,
whatever
everybody
he's going
said,
to do.
yeah,
to him.
everybody said
Oh, yeah.
fear but me. Am I
You know?
supposed to be afraid for my child? And there's none. I'm just like, all right, all right, you hit him, he's fine. Get up and hit him back.
Yeah, and you've had more experience with it than we have, so it's pretty natural to you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
So I'm not a horrible mom for not seeing fear.
No.
No, not at all.
I don't want my little baby to get hurt. He has to get rich and support me when I'm old.
All right, you know, most of you, with the exception of Mama VL, were wrestling fans or had watched wrestling growing up. You know, to know that your kids were watching at such a young age, and now this is a dream that they've had. And I know for me when I was younger, that was a dream. Actually, I knew I wasn't going to be a big guy, so I was like, maybe I'll be a commentator. I don't have to be a wrestler. Well, I don't think I went that route quite fully, but
But you were good at it.
right, I was. Yeah, I think that was the whole. Brandon knows how to pick his people. He picked me right. But just to live the dream, and they're living their dream. How does that make you feel? They're living their dream. They're doing something that they've been wanting to do, and now they're accomplishing that. How does that make you guys feel?
Well, I'm just really happy for them because not too many people can say that in their life, that they're doing what they want to do. They're living their dream, I mean, if you ask people, they're, I wanted to do this, but I never got a chance. So I'm just happy for them. I mean, whether they make it in the big time and can actually have this totally be their career, who knows? But whatever they can do in it, they're happy.
Yeah.
So
Would
I'm
you,
happy.
and to add on to that, if they were to, their dream is to pursue something in the big leagues, would you be supportive of that?
Oh yeah,
You would be.
Mama needs a new house.
Money, son.
Yep.
And what about you, Mom?
Yeah, I feel that we've given him enough influence and guidance that I'm able to trust that what he's deciding is his passion is what's best for him. And with him being 18 pretty soon, I don't really have a choice, but I fully support it. I think that personally, if you play this right and you do it right, it's not only you can do the wrestling, there's so many other avenues you can go into with movies and commercials and, really making a name for yourself. And I believe that Christopher's talents are being used to the best of his ability in this because he does like the theatrics and the acting part, and he definitely has this eye. So I fully support it. Took a long time to get there. I'm being honest.
To see the lights.
Just keeping it real.
Right.
I wasn't happy. Brandon and I were like this for a long time. But so now we're at the place where I had to let it go and just trust him because he's a wise young man, and I think he'll make good choices through it.
Now he's one of my favorites to watch when we come to training. He's so gifted. He's naturally gifted. He's got the size, but he's so gentle. I think that he's got one of the best shots to become someone in the big leagues. Would you support, his decision if he decided to
Absolutely.
to make through this?
Absolutely. Like I said, we'll be there in a different, capacity now that he'll be 18. We'll walk alongside him, but we'll be there for advice, guidance, support, whatever he needs. So definitely.
Love that.